What's going on, guys? It's your Commissioner Brett here. This is going to be something I'm going to hopefully be doing every week. It's going to be, I guess, Commissioners, Captains Chat, or something along those lines. We'll come up with a catchier name in the future. Basically, every week, I'm going to be sitting down for an hour with members over just some of the basic league stuff and give these teams an opportunity to talk, get some content up. Joining me first, I have Ripsnort from Team Lionheart. Do you want to say hi?
Hello.
So we're gonna jump right into it. So Rip plays DPS for Lionheart. I know you're kind of a flex,
Yeah, I'm
and
a hard flex.
kind of a one of those low key OGs. I mean, you've been around. You were in the Overguard for a long time. A name that I've always
Yeah,
remembered. And then
I think the I think the name was Supernova. It
yeah,
was it was Kelly's team. I
yep,
played Ryan for them.
yep, that goes way back. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, Nebulous. That's it. Yeah.
yeah. So you guys, you've been around for a while, made your way over to the PWL. Now you're on Lionheart. Uh,
Yep.
New roster, kind of revamped. Made a splash in the qualifiers. I don't think a lot of teams expected you guys to come through.
Yeah.
What was your at you as a team's mindset going into the qualifiers? Were you confident? Were you unsure?
Well, we kind of like we thought about our like who we're going up against, and we saw the schedule and stuff like that, and like the bracket, and we noticed we were bottom seed. So I mean that didn't really worry us because we weren't a big name. But once we started going up against the competition and stuff like that, it was hard because our first game, I forget who we went up against. It's Werecal's team, and
High class at the
we
time. One trick.
high class, yeah.
Yeah.
We made a big improvement, I guess. Like we played Kings Row, I think was first, and then they really gave us a run for their money on Li Jiang, and I really had to pull up my try hard pants on Roadhog. I watched the stream the night of, and it was pretty fun to hear my name being dropped as I was going off. So
Absolutely.
it was nice.
So,
And then Notorious is a very skilled team as well, and
of
we
course.
had to meet up with them twice. And I actually missed the game yesterday, but it feels like they actually lost because Cheeks got in it. But they're still a
Yeah.
very skilled team, and I need to look out for them when it comes to the gauntlet if we get place bottom, which I doubt we will, but
Yeah, for
you
sure.
never
I
know.
mean, solid team. You guys came to the qualifiers. Definitely surprised. I mean, surprised me. I know you guys are a solid team. A lot of good names on there. Recognize a lot of them. It
Yeah.
was just I thought for sure we were gonna see, like you're saying, Notorious come out of there, but you guys came out well deserved, well earned. So I mean, we're what? We're now 2 weeks in. I know you guys actually I think have played the least amount of games out of anybody, just the way the scheduling
Yeah,
worked.
we got a
But
first week bye.
basically, but how do you feel about the way your team has competed so far?
I feel like we're playing really well. Like we went out and Sir Commander's team, Resilience, they really gave us a run for their money. I mean, we 2-0'd them, but it was a very close set. And I wish we won that Hollywood against Invigorate. I know they had two subs, but we started to really play super well when Alpha was going off, and then our team was going off in Hollywood. And I wish we pushed it to a map 3. That would have been a good series to watch.
I mean, Invigorate subs are some of the better subs in the league, so it's nothing to
Yeah,
take. Like it's they're still a solid team. Subs are not. So
yeah. Like
definitely,
Digital's up there with one of the
yeah,
best tracers in the game
exactly,
on PS4. So
exactly. So, how about expectations for the remainder of the season?
I feel like we'll do really well. I don't want to like say like we're gonna come out hot or anything like that, but like just playing if we play like we did this Saturday, like last Saturday when we did play. If we play like that, I feel like we can come out at least top 4, I would say.
All right.
But
So feeling
I'm really impressed with my team and stuff
vaguely
like that.
confident.
Sorry
That's
about
good.
that.
That's good to hear. I mean, it's a good way to play. You should definitely have that attitude. So I guess the question is there a certain team in the Premier League right now you'd consider your rival or the team you want to beat the most?
I mean, probably a lot of people are going to say this, but I know we've only gone up against two teams right now. But Invigorate, I feel like me and that team are going to have a big rivalry when it comes to just how we played on Hollywood. If we play like that at the end of the season, it's going to be good playoffs if we make it.
Yeah, see, I'm just trying to stir up a little drama. The league's always better with a little drama. So,
Yeah, man, no worries.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. That could definitely be a potential playoff matchup for sure. So
Yeah.
that's something that that's a match to keep in the back of your mind. I guess one last question before I give you a second. If there's anything you have to say, is there a certain player on your team you'd say is key to you guys being successful? And you can say yourself, but who is? Is there a certain player that if they show up and play well that day, you guys are gonna dominate?
I'm going to have to name drop Alpha JJ. When he's hot, he's hot. Like we played the Hollywood and he was going off. He was shutting down the fair and consistently four-shotting at like far ranges with headshots, and it was a nice show to see. And also, like, I'm trying to be humble, like I'm not trying to say myself, but like me, if I'm playing a really good Roadhog, get a pick every fight or something like that, where it's really hard with the team that we have right now to go in and lose a 6v5.
Hey man,
I mean,
that's
some
awesome.
teams can hold us, but yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, Alpha JJ being one of those guys we've also seen around the leagues for a while, one of the better hit scans we know. So
Yeah.
awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Is there anything you want to add before we move on to our next player?
I mean,
Shout outs?
I don't know, I'm looking here. I don't know. I just want to like shout out my entire team, I guess. Like my entire team is super good and we're really good. We've had to change up a few roster changes with Icy, who works a lot, but Ginger's a huge help when it comes. I know he's on sub, but he is really up there on one of the better Reinhardts for us. And when our Reinhardt's going off, if it's either Icy or Ginger, then the team's going off.
Well, awesome
So
stuff, man. Glad to hear it. Thanks for stopping by, and we
yeah,
will.
man.
We'll
Thanks for
see.
having me.
Yeah, no problem. We'll see somebody from Lionheart next week, and yeah, we're gonna move on to our next captain. So we will. I think we're gonna be bringing in. I think we're gonna be bringing in Vholtz from my team. So okay. Uh, all right, we're back. I got my wonderful captain Vholtz here joining me. Captain of E-Girl Slayers. I think they're working on a new name. Uh, so, Vholtz, why don't you say hi?
Hi.
Come on, speak up.
No,
all
I'm just gonna say hi.
right, so Vholtz being the last remaining active Season 1 Overguard player. Uh,
Champion.
why don't you tell us about Season 1 of the Overguard pretty briefly? What was it like?
It was easy.
If you could sum it up with one word, how would you describe the High Noon Boys season?
Godlike.
That's two words. All right,
No, not
so
if you put them together.
true. Um, so let's jump into this season. How do you feel your team, my team, has competed so far?
I think we've done pretty good, but some of the matches we could have done a lot better, and just need to practice more. We haven't played that much together.
Are you happy
But,
with how the season started? 3-2.
uh, I mean, yeah, I guess it could be worse.
It's true. How about the expectations for the rest of the season?
I don't want to drop another game,
All right.
but
Where do you think you'll end when it's all said and done? Where do you think E-Girl Slayers will be for season
in the
1?
rankings, but I don't know. Yeah, hopefully top 3.
Is there a specific team that that you'd call a rival or a team you just really want to beat?
No, not really.
Well, you got to pick one. We're looking to stir up some drama. Call
Okay.
someone out.
Invig.
Invigorate.
Passos.
Is that just because of the fresh off the match from last night?
Yeah.
So is it because of Die Clan? Is that why? A former teammate of yours? Come on, call him out. I'm looking for some drama.
Well, I don't know.
All
Yes.
right, all right, fine. All right, if you could pick a player on your team who you'd say is crucial to success, like if they show up and play well, you guys play well, who would it be? And you can say yourself.
Uh, Probably Milo, because he can hard carry games, and he's like one of the best Overwatch players on console. 100%.
100%. You heard it here. All right. Well, I mean, besides that, is there anything you want to say? Anything you want to call anyone out? You want to shout anyone out? You want to drop any plugs or whatever? Otherwise, we'll move on to the next one.
No, I don't have anything to say.
Nothing at all.
Nothing. Not anything.
You got any intel on a potential new team name?
I think we might bring back C9 or think of
I was
something else.
I was hearing rumors about being called Team Buy. How do you feel about that?
Team Buy.
Yeah, off the Battlefy page when you have a first round buy, Team Buy.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be in
Yeah, we
every
can do
tournament. Yeah? All right.
We
You
can
heard
do
it
that.
here. There's some intel. Team Buy making their first appearance. All right, Vholtz. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the good content as always. I think next we're going to be bringing in JokerAssassin from Team Cryo.
Okay.
Love you too, man. We'll see you later. And they're really dumb questions, dude. You'll be fine. But if you don't shout me out in your shout out bit as the best shot calling Lucio, you're dead.
Okay. Alright, I will do that.
I'm kidding. Just answer the questions straight up because there's some people watching in the chat. So, okay. All right, we're back. I got my wonderful captain Vholtz here joining me. Captain of E-Girl Slayers. I think they're working on a new name. So, Vholtz, why don't you say hi?
Hi.
Come on, speak up.
No. I'm just gonna say hi.
All right, so Vholtz being the last remaining active Season 1 Overguard player,
Champion.
why don't you tell us about Season 1 of the Overguard pretty briefly? What was it like?
It was easy.
If you could sum it up with one word, how would you describe the High Noon Boys season?
Godlike.
That's 2 words. All
No,
right, so
not if you put them together.
true. So let's jump into this season. How do you feel your team, my team, has competed so far?
I think we've done pretty good, but some of the matches we could have done a lot better, and just need to practice more. We haven't played that much together.
Are you happy
Yes.
with how the season started? 3-2.
I mean, yeah, I guess. It could be worse.
It's true. How about the expectations for the rest of the season?
I don't want to drop another game,
All right.
but
Where do you think you'll end when it's all said and done? Where do you think E-Girl Slayers will be for season
in the
1?
rankings, but I don't know. Yeah, hopefully top 3.
Is there a specific team that you'd call a rival or a team you just really want to beat?
No, not really.
Well, you got to pick one. We're looking to stir up some drama. Call
Okay,
someone out.
Invig.
Invigorate.
Passos.
Is that just because of the fresh off the match from last night?
Yeah.
So is it because of Die Clan? Is that why? A former teammate of yours? Come on, call him out. I'm looking for some drama.
Well, I don't know. Yes.
All right, fine. All right, if you could pick a player on your team who you'd say is crucial to success, like if they show up and play well, you guys play well, who would it be? And you can say yourself.
Probably Milo, because he can hard carry games, and he's like one of the best Overwatch players on console. 100%.
100%. You heard it here. All right. Well, I mean, besides that, is there anything you want to say? Anything you want to call anyone out? You want to shout anyone out? You want to drop any plugs or whatever? Otherwise, we'll move on to the next one.
No, I don't have anything to say.
Nothing at all.
Nothing. Not anything.
You got any intel on a potential new team name?
I think we might bring back C9 or think of something else.
I was hearing rumors about being called Team Buy. How do you feel about that?
Team Buy.
Yeah, off the Battlefy page when you have a first round buy, Team Buy.
Oh yeah.
We'll be in every tournament. Yeah? Alright. You heard it here. There's some intel. Team Buy making their first appearance. Alright, Vholtz. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the good content as always. I think next we're going to be bringing in JokerAssassin from Team Cryo. Love you too, man. We'll see you later. Just waiting on JokerAssassin to join. Hey, man.
Hello?
What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up?
All right, so I'm gonna cut all this bit out because I am live right now, but I'm just gonna cut all this and crop it to where we actually start talking. Basically, I just have like 4 questions I'm gonna ask you. You can talk about, answer the questions as in depth as you want to go. If you have something you want to talk about, feel free to bring that up. It's supposed to be like a 5 to 7 minute thing. Each representative from their team is going to do it. And it's all going to be on a video, and we're going to do it weekly. So I'm going to introduce you in, just say hi, and then we'll pick up from there, right?
Oh.
All right, cool, man. All right, we're back. JokerAssassin from Team Cryo is here. So we're going to hop right into some questions. Jokers, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
So, Joker's had quite a flashy, I guess, PWL introduction in the qualifiers a couple weeks ago. I mean, I know I casted a couple of your games, and I was screaming your name a few times.
Yeah.
What was your guys' attitude coming into those qualifiers? Are you confident that you were going to come through, or were you not sure?
Yeah, just confidence, really. Make sure we're gonna win. We came in, practicing the whole week, just scrims and, just practicing the whole time because we really wanted to win. We needed to get in the Premier League, and since we weren't known, it was, that much better when we did make it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you guys weren't even a team that was on the first invitation list. After speaking with AJ, we decided we'd get you guys in there. It would open up another spot on the other night as well. And it was really cool to see you guys come through. I mean, but with a little bit of a slippery slope in your first time in the Premier League, maybe getting used to the scheduling and the roster restrictions. I think that's your second quote-unquote forfeit now. How do you feel about your team so far in the league and how you guys have played?
I don't know how I feel about the forfeits. That's just some problems we had internally, but I feel like we could do a lot better right now. Our record doesn't prove like how good we are. I feel like You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel you. I think we've seen you guys play at a high level against a lot of teams, and then sometimes it seems like it's just not all there. I don't know if that's just something about getting used to playing with each other even more, or what it may be. What are your expectations for the remainder of the season, and like where do you think you'll finish up?
I feel like we're gonna win positive. Like, I feel we should be doing a lot better, and we are, rearranging what happened, yesterday and stuff with the forfeit and all that.
Yep.
But yeah, I think we're going to be doing a lot better.
Or is that team private?
It's hard. Nah, I'll tell you what happened. So what happened yesterday was just internally, some of the members we got tilted, and during the game, like as soon as it started, we came in with like a bad mojo, and it just turned out all bad. Really.
Yep, that
We
attitude coming into
yeah.
a game is huge for sure. Uh, so, some expecting some roster changes, right, for the next couple of days is
Yeah,
what I'm hearing.
definitely.
Yeah, okay, because we're
That's what's happening right now.
looking forward to. I mean, there's a lot of talent on that roster. I think it's just a matter of getting used to each other, getting used to the way the league runs, and getting back on the right pace. So, is there a certain team in the PWL that you'd call your rival, or a team that you want to beat or you play really hard against?
Oh, definitely synergy.
Synergy. Okay. Why?
Synergy,
Tell us
yeah.
why.
Well, just that they're a really good team. They're the number one team, and I feel like if we keep practicing, we can definitely prove a challenge to them. If that, and maybe probably beat them. They do have Tommy Jet, that was previously on their team, and I heard they picked up Comet, or they did pick up Comet. So that's interesting. That's probably why I choose their rivals. They got two of our players. Just a friendly, rivalry between us.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, I guess last question from me is, if you could pick a player on your team, and that certain player is the one that needs to show up for you guys to play at a super high level. Like when he's playing at a top level, you guys are playing at a top level. Who would it be? And you can say yourself.
JHV. Probably JHV. If he's on his top game with his like mercy reses and just his support, we do a lot better when he's doing his top, just coming back from a like bad fight or something with the reses. Just helps out a lot.
For sure. Well, we saw him play really well in qualifiers as well. Definitely one of the better mercies at staying alive and hiding with that res. So awesome stuff. This is your opportunity now if you want to shout someone out. Otherwise, I'm going to thank you, and we'll move on to the next captain.
Yeah, I want to shout out Xavier. He's been just a great attitude these past few days. After what happened yesterday, and him just expressing like what he thought of what happened and all that. It's really good to have him on the team right now.
Awesome. Well, shout outs to Xavier. That's the Lucio for you guys, correct?
Yep, Lucio Zen.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Jokers, for stopping by, and maybe we'll see you again in next week or a week after on the cast. Yeah, no problem, man. All right, so guys, I'm gonna introduce you, and then we'll get right into it. All right, guys, we're back. I have RyanAM here with me. Ryan, what's going on, man?
What's up, Brett?
So Ryan is the captain of Team Synergy, like a DPS tank flex, if I'm not mistaken. I know you play mostly hit scan, but I've seen you play some Zarya and stuff.
Especially the guys on my team, they know I can play almost anything, but they make me play McCree and Zarya. That's about it.
All right, so Ryan's been in the league for a little while now, floating around on some stuff. But this is probably the best a team you've been on has been, right? Would you say that this Synergy team is the best team yet you've played on?
Yeah, because when I first started, I actually wasn't team captain at all. It was Rice Ninja. Then some shit went down, and then it passed down to Ninja Let's, and after about a month of that floating around, because Alex is like a really kind-hearted guy, I'll say. Like, he doesn't like to hurt people's feelings, so we had roster problems because he didn't want to step up and say anything. And
right.
It was funny because actually how I got team captain was we were joking and said let's 1v1 for it and have someone pick characters that we play. it came down to the final shot on Ana, and I won. So I got team captain. And after that, I started making roster moves, thinking where we need to. And honestly, my biggest mistake that I wish I really didn't do is, uh, you've seen him in a few tournaments, Swedlod.
Yep.
He actually like completely left the team, which like he was probably one of my greatest fucking tanks. Just sad, but yeah, after a while, we really locked down our roster, and as it stands right now, we haven't lost anything with our new roster.
In a while, right? I think going back, I
Uh,
mean, as far as I can remember, you guys
yeah,
haven't taken
because
an
we
L in a
had
long time.
JHV for the tournament, and now there was actually a little bit of drama with him. So we picked up Tommy Jet, who in some cases I'd say is better, like a better Ana, but JHV is definitely a better Mercy. But Tommy also has a mic, and he's all around our age, which we're pretty young for the league, honestly. Like the average age is around 16 or 15 years old on my team. So me being like the second oldest.
Yeah, absolutely. So how do you? So I mean, we're 2 weeks in. I don't think how many. What have you guys played? 3 games, 4 games?
Two. One
Two.
against.
You kind of had an off week
One was
this
a
week, right?
forfeit against Cryo, and one
Yeah.
was a 2 full holds against Armory.
So how do you feel? How you guys? I mean, yeah, you've really only played 1 game and you full held Army twice. But how do you feel you've competed so far? Obviously, pretty good.
Pretty well, yeah. Looking at what worries me is when we were in the tournament, right? When it came, like, I want to say our lead or our bracket was the hardest, because we had teams that were above us. Like I think we were 6th overall pick. We were not expected to win that at all. Like we
You're
went
talking about
against
the last Overguard tournament.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
Okay.
one.
Yep.
So we went against, I think, Resilience, like when they had Xeno. So
Yep.
we did Resilience, and then we did Farmers Market, and then Shirt, and then Invade, which honestly are fucking like top 5 teams in the league.
Yeah,
So,
probably.
yeah, it was like I just had to hype the guys up and pull it through. But what worries me is, I don't want to start any drama between like Invade, but I watched their stream and I don't know, they kind of look like they're falling off. So I hope one of the teams isn't about to do that, because I want some challenge.
So you heard it here. Captain RyanAM of Synergy is worried that Invig might be falling off. This is exactly what I needed, Ryan. Perfect. This is some clickbait stuff. So moving forward for the remainder of the season, what do you expect from your team?
Well, since we recently got picked up by Synergy, we're actually like not getting paid by tournaments. We're getting paid bi-weekly, so we make money to play this game now. So it's all been like more dedicated, obviously, which is there's money involved and stuff like that. And the plan is after we do this for a while, we're actually all gonna move to PC around the same time within 3 months or so. But we're not gonna leave the competitive Overwatch scene on console. Like, we're just doing it for more tournaments, I guess, for our sponsor. So
No, makes sense. Makes sense. Go if you guys can all stay a team. Obviously, you build that chemistry up. You have a chance to compete there.
Yeah, that's
If
that's one of the big things, is because a lot of us actually have the money for PC already, but we just don't want to leave each other, like just team bond and shit like that.
Awesome. Well, if the PWL catches like we expect it to, hopefully there should be more chances for you guys to make money on console
I
too.
expect it to catch.
So
I've been watching every stream, and you guys have been getting more and more viewers. So
that's awesome, man. Well,
fully.
appreciate you being there. Appreciate all that. So next question is this is a good one, and I don't know if you already answered it with the Invig answer, but is there a team you'd pick as your rival right now, or the team you want to beat the most?
Well, it was Invid. It was Invid, obviously. Like everyone expects me to say Invid, so I'm gonna say Invid. But as it stands right now, like I watched the last few streams with Invid, and it's like I don't want to be rude, because like
Be
a lot of
rude.
the guys at Invid I heard are really cool. Especially fucking Golden Bullet. Shout out to that dude. He's Canadian. Hit me up. But But then, right now, my most interest, my, I'd say Edo Slayers. Mainly because I want to see the fucking two battle toads go at it while the McCrees shoot off in the background.
Well, I know for a fact Rev and I are excited for that matchup too. So
I'm just waiting. If he
I
pulls some gay shit, I'll flash fan him. Out of a
I've
distance.
I've been hyping that match up to him, so
Oh,
that will be a good one for sure. I mean, the last time we played you guys in that tournament, I know you had JHV, and we had I think Twitters. It was a close
yeah.
one. I mean, that was
Was.
Bastion
We didn't
meta.
expect you guys to pull out the Bastion, so we had to do something.
We said the second we pulled it out, it's like I don't know if you play Counter Strike, but when you pull out the auto, and then if you die with it, the other team gets the auto, and it's just a headache. We were like, we pulled out the
Yeah.
Bastion, but then you guys pulled out the Bastion, and it was just a headache right back at us.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
so either way, that'll be a really good matchup for sure. And then I guess the last question I have is, if there's a person who on your team would you say if they show up and they're playing extremely well that day, the entire team plays at a super high level? You can say yourself.
Obviously I can't say it myself, but all of us are really vocal, so like whenever we're playing good, we get really vocal. Like I guess at a cocky level, but except for Ghost. Ghost, he's quiet the whole game because he's trying to focus on stuff. But I don't know. If I had to say a person, I'd say Fibers probably, just because like I don't know. I noticed this, but him and Panda, if they don't warm up, they're playing average, but when they're warmed up, they're fire. Fibers especially.
Awesome. So Fibers is the if he's on, you
He's the
guys are on.
decider, pretty much.
Well, do you have anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to talk about quick before I move on to the next captain?
Um, Nothing other than I'm looking forward to the game against Egro Slayers. Hopefully
sure, man.
Invade, or shouldn't even be calling it Invade. It's pretty much like Aaron's team carrying them. But
Ooh.
shout out to Aaron's team for giving us a good run in the tournament. But you guys can't let Aaron's carry the whole game. So I'm hoping to that this game on April 17th, I think it is, goes well.
There we go, man. Well, Battle of the Titans. I mean, the two teams that I haven't seen take an L to anybody besides each other in a long time will be going up head to head. So, looking forward to that one for sure. Ryan, a pleasure as always. Thanks for stopping by. Maybe we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, man. Cool. Thank you. And we'll talk to you soon. Next up, we're getting a member from Armory, guys. I think it's Dynamuh. It might be Falcons. All right, let me introduce you. All right, guys, I'm here with Dynamuh, DPS Flex for Armory Esports. What's going on, Dynamuh?
Oh, what's up, bro? What's up, Brett?
Not much, man. So, Dynamuh's another one of those, like, quiet veterans in the Overguard / PWL, whatever you want to call what we got going on right now. You saw a little bit of you in season 2, right? Season 2 of the Overguard. You're playing with like
season 2. Yeah.
Philly Flyers a little bit. And those guys.
Flyers, Colt, Kenny the Bomb. Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
pretty old people.
Yeah,
died
some
out.
throwback names.
Yeah.
I think one time I forfeited your team because you couldn't show up to a playoff match.
Oh. Yeah, I remember that. That was.
I remember you sent me some pretty mean things in the Twitch chat.
I was just saying. I was just joking around.
Yeah. I remember what happened was we made this big deal for 2 weeks that we needed rosters with subs for the playoffs, and Philly decided that he was just going to send starters.
Just forget it. Yeah,
And then
just forget about it.
You guys didn't send subs, and then he tried subbing last minute, and I was
didn't
like,
work.
Philly, there's nothing I can do, man. So, moral of the story is Dynamuh is a veteran, and I forfeited him one time in the playoffs. So if any of you think that I'm mean to you, I forfeited Dynamuh in the playoffs because he couldn't show up because a family reason. So just talk to Dynamuh about being mean too. So Dynamuh, you guys have had some games where you play lights out and other games where you guys seem to struggle. How do you feel your team's
Yeah.
competed so far in this Premier League?
Okay, the first two matches we had against Invigorate and Synergy, we were struggling. We were obviously getting pounded. I mean, we were that's like the first match we were playing together as like with our full roster and squad because like we haven't done any scrimming lately. But lately, like the three matches we had in last weekend, I think, or I mean yesterday, um, we did pretty decent in my opinion. Like our matches were pretty close against Volt's team, and we could have done them way better, obviously, but it was also our first time playing with Gunbro on the DPS slot. He played healer for Imminent last season,
Yep.
but now he's playing DPS for us, and he's been doing pretty decent. I mean, we're like starting to get in the groove with him, and I mean, we just like picked him up about we just picked him up as a DPS, and I mean, it's flowing all right. I mean, Gunbro's a really good shot caller. He's really like good at talking. Like this fool's call outs are like too on point. Like he knows what. Like he's really intelligent at this game. And like we haven't done any scrims lately. Partly because Z Hunter YX, which was our old DPS, that left the team because his scheduling was really bad. It was kind of, I'm not gonna say like I'm not gonna blame him, but it was kind of his fault for us rescheduling scrims, canceling scrims because his schedule was not really good. He had a weird time zone that we couldn't work with, so we had to let him go. He was a really good person though. He was a really good guy. I mean, he was nice, and he was really good at the game. He was a really good McCree. But now we picked up Gunbro, and we did okay in the matches, and the three matches. The last match I wouldn't even count as a match because it was a forfeit win. But the first two matches we did decent, I'd say. I mean, we have improvements to do, but
Yeah, the thing that I always, what I kind of, how I feel about your team, and don't take this as a put down because it's actually a compliment in my opinion, is I think you can beat anybody, but you can also lose to anybody. I think you guys show up and you guys play so hard and you have the talent that you could literally beat any team on any day, but I think you could also lose to any team on any day. And we've seen you guys pull off some crazy upsets, and we've also seen you guys lose to some teams you should not be losing to. So
oh, definitely,
the
definitely,
the talent's
I agree
there.
with that.
I think it's just a matter of consistency, and
Yeah, consistency.
I think you guys have what it takes to win at a high level, and we've seen you do it before. So I guess that kind of leads into the next question. How do you expect to close out the season? Where do you expect to be at the end?
Well, we expect to be at least higher than the middle of other teams. I mean, like we're like right now we're starting off pretty slow. We obviously have a very slow start right now. We could definitely do better, and like at the end of the season, I feel like we will definitely be around at the top. Just because like we're trying to get our rhythm going. We're obviously not coordinated right now. We obviously have issues on phase one, which is just like being a team. Definitely our independent, our like independence, like our skills are really good, like independently. I mean, we just have to mesh them together, and we could definitely beat the top teams.
Yeah, I agree. So I guess that kind of leads into your talking about the other teams. That's where I'm, fishing for that drama or that beef. Is there a certain team in the Premier League you'd consider your rival, or a team that you really just want to beat?
Well,
You can't
I'd
say
say
no.
AJ's team.
Okay.
I'd say AJ's team, just because like we're always having this like little shit talk back and forth. I mean, we're always talking shit to each other. I mean, it's just fun in games though. Like we just beat them in this scrim, and then we talk shit, and then they beat us in the other scrim, and then they talk shit. I mean, it's just like back and forth. It's just like it's whatever, bro. Like I mean, they're pretty good guys, but I guess I consider them our rivals.
Man, that's another reason to be a little disappointed about last night's forfeit. Then,
Yeah, that definitely not felt. It didn't feel good at all. Just having them forfeit.
would have been nice to have that for sure. Sorry. So last question, and then I'll give you a chance if there's something you want to talk about real quick. If you could pick a player on your team and when they show up and
Yes.
play at a high level, you guys play at a high level, who would it be? And you can say yourself.
Yeah, alright, okay, I'd say definitely Z Wild Tiger. Alright, just cause like when he goes off, bro, he goes off. I mean, like his ults go on point. Like I've seen him have his best day, and that's when his ults are always good. His Zarya ults, I mean, because he's
Yep.
a tank player,
Yep.
and like his tracking is already good, but goddamn, when you see him like in his like in his own world, like just going off, bro, like yeah, the Wild Tiger's a monster when he goes off, definitely.
All right, so Wild Tiger getting the shout out from his boy Dynamuh. So before I let you go, is there anybody you wanna shout out? Anybody you want to call out? Anything you want to add?
Alright, I'm gonna give my shout out to Mimbot, bro. That's like okay, that's the high tier Winston right there. I mean, he left our team just because like he has work and issues with his schedule too, but he's a really good Winston, and like shout out to him. I mean, he's not gonna be playing that much in the PW League, I presume, but shout out to him. He's a pretty good Winston and pretty funny dude.
So that was a 100% clean breakup when he left your team.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, he just had scheduling issues with his work. I mean, he kind of did presume that we were kind of like dropping him, but I mean, it wasn't really that. We kind of cleared it up for him. I mean, it was just a really nice clean breakup, I guess.
All right, cool. See, I heard about it. I just wanted to see. Mimbot also kind of a league veteran. He kind of came in mid-season 2 and was starting up in the OGCC, and he's been around for a while. So always good to see people sticking around. Dynamuh, DPS from Armory, thanks for stopping by, dude. Appreciate it. And maybe we'll see you in some future weeks in the cast.
That's definitely.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks.
So next we're going to be bringing in Commander C from Resilience, guys. I'll be cleaner than doing the other stuff. All right, I'm going to introduce you again. All right. Hey, guys. All right, so we're back. We have Commander C, Captain of Resilience here, if you want to say hi.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
So I'm going to do this again. Commander C, one of those sneaky veterans. You know, he's been around the league. When did you actually, just might as well ask now, when did you actually come into what was the Overguard? Like, what do you remember how long ago that was?
So my first sub, like the first time I actually got game, I was around for most of season 2 of the Overguard, on Pluto's team as a sub. But I've got my first game time in the playoffs of season 2.
Okay.
I played against her champ at the off healer position, and we ended up rolling through them in the playoffs. And then we played Last Rites, who hadn't lost in something like 4 to 5 months, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
And we ended up upsetting them, and that was like the first time that they'd lost in so long. But then, kind of unfortunately, even though I had gold damage on King's Row as Zen in that series, which I hold Pluto guilty for, I didn't get started in the finals against Evan's team. So that was kind of a frustrating moment for me. So that's kind of moving into where I left the team and started my own team for a while. And then moving back, they saw how I led my other team, and then I pretty much got offered to run what was Pluto's old team after that. That's kind of where we are now.
I know there's kind of a revolving door of some of the similar names there, so...
Yeah, there's definitely a clubhouse that line's pretty long for us, so...
Exactly. So, coming into this team now in the PWL, how do you feel your team's competed so far?
I feel like we've had some great performances, but we've also been kind of inconsistent. Some other performances that I thought we should have performed a lot better on. That's going to happen. It's early in the season. Some of the players are kind of new on our team and stuff like that. And we've also had kind of a revolving door at like our support position especially. We haven't really had stability there, which we're trying to figure out right now. So I feel like if we can get that figured out, then we'll finish the season pretty well.
So, that led right into my next one. Where do you expect to kind of finish up? You sound confident.
I expect to finish right at the top. As long as we can get our supports figured out, then I know we have some of the highest talent of any team in the league. and we have a lot of potential to really go far. We've seen how well we can do, whether that's in scrims or in games, of the power that this team has, and we do it right. We play together correctly, and if we can just figure that out, then I think we can beat anybody.
Well, sounds good to me. And just a simple yes or no will work. Are you closing in on solidifying that roster?
I think it's not necessarily that we need new people. It's more or less just trying to find the people who can be there every weekend, because we keep having, it's been hard for certain people to show up when they need, but they'll be there for scrims. So we're not coming out with the same team that we have during scrims. That's a little frustrating for myself sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, when you put in all that work and all the practice, and then they're not even together for the matches, it can get frustrating.
And it's not necessarily their fault either. It's more of a that people have lives outside of Overwatch.
Exactly.
It's just totally respectful.
Understood. So here's the little drama part I was talking about earlier. Is there a team in the league right now you'd consider your rival? Who you want to beat the most? Who do you want to beat the most?
Well, the team we want to beat the most, I think this is pretty easy. I don't think this would really create any drama either. It's got to be Synergy. In the last two major playoffs, they beat us in, whether that was in the Overguard or in a tournament. So we definitely want to get back on that. And we also play them this week in the Premier League, so it's a pretty big game for us, and we're really excited about it. Really excited to show what we can do.
Circle that one. That'll be a great matchup for sure. All right, last question before I give you an opportunity to shout anyone out you want is there a player on Resilience, you can say yourself if that's who you think it is, that when they show up and they play at a super high level, the rest of the team is just going to play at a super high level and you guys can win anything?
I would just say probably Osek, to be honest with you. When we've seen it this season, when he gets going on Pharah like crazy, we're absolutely unstoppable. And we know he's capable of doing that every time. It's just a matter of getting that right mindset to get there and win every single game. So yeah, I'd definitely say if Osek's going off, we're going to win every time. And it gets the rest of us going.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we've seen him have some huge games, so we know he's capable of it. Is there anybody you want to shout out, anyone you want to call out, anything you want to add before you get out of here?
Not particularly. Shout out to Abonce, even though he'll probably be on a PC team in the next few months or so. So we're happy to have him along for as long as we can. So I'll say Abonce.
Much time out of Abonce as he can. We've seen
him we're working on it
for you guys. So, all right, cool. Well, thanks very much. I appreciate it, and maybe we'll see you next week or someone else from the team.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep. So Clan, kind of another low-key OG from the Overguard. When did you join the league again? Was it season 2? Season 3? We're doing this again for those of you that don't know, so asking the same question twice has got Clan laughing. Just answer the question, dude. When did you come into the league?
Season 2.
Yeah, so mid-season 2, we saw Clan join. A lot of players joined right around then. Hey, you're going to have to control your giggles and bust this out, man. It's going to take a long time if I'm repeating all these questions.
Okay.
So besides the match last night, because we don't want to talk about that one, how do you feel your team's competed so far in the league?
We've done great.
Yeah, that's it? You've done great? Nothing to add?
We're gods.
Okay, so Clan's feeling himself right now. Where do you expect to end up in the remainder of the season?
Wait, what do you mean?
How do you expect to close out the season? Where do you expect to be at the end?
First place.
First place, including through the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yes, you expect to win the whole thing?
Yeah.
All right. Is there a particular reason you feel confident that you can do that?
Because all the other teams suck besides Synergy.
Oh, okay. Well, I was trying to get some drama up here, but I guess you're bringing it right to me. I don't even got to bait it out. Next question is, who's your rival in the league?
Synergy.
Synergy. You're going to call them your rival? Okay.
Yeah.
Any particular reason? Just because they're the next team, you think?
I mean, they're kind of cool, but fuck Ghost, right? So yeah.
That's right. You and Ghost kind of have that beef. How did that start? How did that beef start?
I don't know, dude.
Give me the farthest back you can remember. What happened? How did that whole thing start? 'Cause that's a great rivalry. That's one of the last great rivalries we have left.
Um, when we were first going against him a while ago, you know Rocket, you know the God Reinhardt, the king,
Yep.
Rocket. Yeah, he sent me a message saying Ghost was like a mini him. So I was like, oh shit, this guy might be good. And then I don't know. I either shit talked him or you shocked it to me.
Okay. So just some friendly Reinhardt banter turns into a long rivalry. I like it. I'm a fan. I'm all about it. So, give me a player on your team that when he's playing well, he's playing at a super high. When he's playing at a super high level, you guys are like unbeatable. Who's the most important to do that on your team?
Man, do you have to ask that? I think you know the answer.
Say let's hear the name. Let's hear the name.
Aaron's.
Of course, the GOAT himself. What is it about Aaron's? It's just he's just so good.
Yeah.
Nothing to add. That's it.
He has good aim.
Good aim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Aaron's the GOAT, has good aim. Dyclan and Ghost still have a rivalry. Dyclan's not worried about any team besides Synergy, and he feels great about their start to the season. That's basically what I got here. Do you have anyone to shout out, Dyclan, before we wrap this thing up?
Cabron. Always to Cabron.
Shout outs to Cabron, always to Cabron. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, Dyclan. Appreciate it, man. Maybe we'll see you in some future weeks.
All right. Bye.
Later, man. Well, guys, that's going to wrap this one up. Of course, Dyclan comes in and he's giggling the whole time. No surprises there. Thanks for those of you that did stick around and watch. Thanks to the players that came out and talked tonight. And this should be a weekly thing. If you like this idea and you want to hear more about this, please leave a comment, drop a like a podcast. I want it to be more newsy. So, give me some feedback. I appreciate it, guys, and we'll see you next week.